Hey guys, welcome back to Live Your Style. I'm Sharrah. I don't know what that was. And today we are kicking off another episode of the House to Home series. I am so glad you guys are loving this series just as much as I am. Thank you so much to Samsung for sponsoring today's video. I have some really cool appliances that they just sent us that I can't wait to show you guys about. Who knew that I'd be so excited about an appliance? But you guys, these appliances are like cooler than I am. They are high tech. They are organized, they are spacious. If you love to organize, you're gonna like freak out when you see this fridge. Anyway, I'll tell you all about it later. When you guys go through a moving process, oftentimes you can probably relate, it can feel like you're in a really foreign space. It's not your home yet. So you feel unfamiliar, you feel kind of like a stranger. So in this series, I'm kind of walking you guys through each of the rooms and pointing out ways to make the space feel like a home, to make it feel cozy, and just kind of what we did personally in our first house together that has kind of just made it come to life and made it go from being a boring house to being a cozy home. In today's episode, we are kicking off the smallest room in the house. Do you want to know what that room is? If you could guess what that room would be, pause the video and leave me a comment. But before we do that, if you guys are new and you have not yet subscribed, hit the subscribe button. If you guys are excited about this video, give it a thumbs up, and then make sure you answer that question of the video because you know I love to read them. If you guessed laundry room slash fridge room, you were right. In this random little space, we have 55 square feet that we are dealing with. That is how tiny this little box is of a room. In this old house that we have, our washer dryer and our fridge are in the same exact room. And so I'm gonna show you guys, like, I don't know, how I set this space up and kind of made it look pretty cool. And let's jump into today's video. Okay, first things first, it's important to address this. Do not let your small space unmotivate you. It's really easy to be in an extremely small space and kind of write it off because it's so small. What can you really do with it? It's kind of just like a lost cause, so like let's just move on to the rest of the house. But I strongly believe if your really small space happens to be a laundry room like mine is, you're gonna be in there from time to time, and it's gonna be a place that you have to do chores and do other things that aren't very fun, so you might as well make it really pretty and enjoyable to be in. Second of all, in our situation, this little room, yes, it's our laundry room slash our refrigerator room, but it has a doorway to the outside, so it's like another entrance to our house. So for us, there was an added level of importance for this space. Before, I kind of was embarrassed by it, and I'm really, really, really happy with how it turned out. I'm also really proud of Tyler because he built me a table and shelves from scratch. So, wipe away the excuse that it's too small to bother with, get excited about doing something really fun, and let me take you into our 55 square foot little room and show you what we did. Let's go. So in order for you guys to really appreciate the space, I have to show you the before picture. Now, this is what it looked like when we first moved in. There were washer dryers side by side, which took up a lot of added space. And then when we got our new appliances initially, they were stacked and it looked like this. Now thank you, shout out to Tyler for reminding me to get a before shot before I did this wall treatment. But you will see that there's like a little corner of the tile that's already there, so just ignore that. But here's the before. Now with this space, it's so small, you really don't have a lot that you can do, especially when you have big appliances that have to fit into it. So the best thing that will make the biggest impact in small spaces is transforming the wall space. And that is what I did in this space. As you saw in those before pictures and video, this room was just pretty blah, kind of basic and dreary. What I added to it was a wall full of those sticky adhesive tiles. You guys know I've used this in previous videos before as backsplash, but I used it on the whole wall because I wanted it to look three-dimensional. I wanted it to look clean and kind of just like a space where laundry is done. I don't know why subway tile makes me feel that way, but it's good in a laundry room, it's good in a bathroom, and it's good in a kitchen. Probably has something to do with water. Now with this adhesive tile, it's really awesome. You just peel the back off, stick it on, and you kind of like layer it as you go. It did not take a very long time, but there were a few things on the wall that I had to work around, like the light switch and the security panel. If you guys own your own homes, this product is really great if you don't want to have to mess with actual tiling. But if you guys are renting, this is a great option because you usually can't tile a wall, and it allows for you to remove it when you move out. You just kind of peel it off like a sticker and you're good to go. Number 3, use the wall space. So once you have transformed your wall space and made it look really pretty, you wanna make sure that you're utilizing that space for storage. The floor is sacred because you need walkways and you need space to move around in a small space. And the walls are like your golden option because you can do a lot. You can really maximize the feeling of the room by taking things off the ground and putting them on the walls. So what we did here is I put in these 2 shelves. Actually, Tyler put them in. He made them, which I should have filmed. Maybe I'll get him to show you guys on Instagram how he did it. I didn't stain them. Like, remember my kitchen shelves we did? I have a video on that and I'll link it below if you guys want to check it out. For these, we left them raw wood and we sanded the edges. We left them curved. We used white brackets on the wall, and I think it really adds a lot to the space. It gives it some dimension. It gives me some storage options. I even added a little mini shelf to really maximize the wall space. We had Tyler put a little mini shelf that goes all the way back, and I kind of have a ledge. I can put some of my dish soap or laundry soap and all that stuff on as storage. And as you guys saw in that before photo, the washer dryer in here used to be side by side. And so in an effort to make this space kind of feel a little bit roomier, we stacked the new washer dryer on top of each other. They added so much floor space by putting them on top of each other and making sure they were front load instead of top load washer dryers, because now I did have more space to put laundry hampers, to put a table, to put my little shelving over here, and it just gave me more flexibility. Speaking of washer dryer, let me show you. You guys, look at this smart front load washer and dryer by Samsung. It's their new champagne color and I am obsessed. Usually, you know me, I like all white everything, but something about this color, I feel like it's kind of warm. It kind of brings in my Scandinavian, like warmer, neutral woods. As you guys know, the color of the house is a little bit of like a more mature, creamier white color. Kind of looks like a spaceship, doesn't it? I don't know why I want to keep thinking these things are like spaceships, but they are really cool and really high tech, and they make your life really simple. The first thing that I love most about this, there's a gal named Bigsby behind it. Okay, so Bigsby is like kind of like the Samsung gal that you can talk to. I call her a gal because we're gal pals. And she starts and stops my laundry for me all through their Wi-Fi enabled app. If I'm out and about, or if I'm in the house and I want to start the laundry, or if I need to be notified, I'm in the middle of working in the other room and I want the laundry to continue drying, or I want to start the wash, maybe I forgot to start the wash because we all know that happens. You can start and stop it from your phone. The washer also has a super speed, allows you to wash an entire full load of laundry in 30 minutes, and it doesn't sacrifice the cleaning of it. You know, sometimes you do the quick cycle and then you get it out and you're like, oh, did this even get cleaned? Yeah, no, these fully clean it. They are like so thorough and amazing, and it's really fast and efficient, which saves time. Speaking of efficiency, it is ENERGY STAR certified, which means it's eco-friendly and an energy-saving machine, which we all love. And you can do fewer loads in one because it's really big. They reduced the width of them so they don't take as much space up, but the actual like round basin is bigger so you can fit more in it. Like I can fit my duvet, I can fit my sheets and the pillowcases all in one. Last but not least, there's a dry sensor in the dryer, which I think is cool because it doesn't over dry things. It goes for as long as there's humidity in there, and once it senses that it's pretty dry, it stops. Oh, and one more thing. There is a sanitize feature on this washer. Yes, it kills over 99% of germs, and it eliminates 95% of pollen. So if you guys have allergies or you're just a germaphobe like I am, this thing is like, takes care of whatever. And it also takes care of 100% of dust mites. So just saying. It's pretty efficient. Now, let's go on over to spaceship number 3. Okay, you guys, welcome to the Family Hub by Samsung. This fridge is so absolutely crazy. I like feel too lucky that we get to have it. Our last place, the fridge came with the place. It wasn't really the best fridge. It was leaking. There was water that was always like falling down the back of it that made a nice little thick layer of ice that we had to like hack away every month. Just wasn't a good situation. So I feel super excited, and I can't even believe that we have such a nice fridge. But not only does it function properly and function well, I don't know, it allows us to have a seamless situation over here so we can spend more time doing what we love, like cooking and dancing with Scout. First thing I love, not only do I have cameras for YouTube, but my fridge has a camera on the inside. On this fridge, there is a feature where I can tap a button to have a picture of what is in my fridge and have a built-in view of what is inside my fridge without having to open it. This is especially helpful at the grocery store when I do not remember if I have any zucchini for zoodles later on, and I can tap the little thing on my app. It connects me straight to my fridge and shows me what I got in each of the drawers, not only the fridge, but also in the middle drawer and on the bottom. Also, there is a family board. A family board is this. I can add my photos to it. I can add sticky notes to Tyler to remind him we've got dinner with friends, or if I want to know if he'll go to yoga with me. And I can even put a little voice memo in there. It's so cute, all the little details you can add in. And if you guys are like me and you like to have fun quotes or Bible verses or just like photos of your family on your fridge, what I love about the family board option on here is I can take photos of, or just take actual digital photos that I already have and send it on over and put it on my board. So I used to have this cute little Bible verse that I pinned or magnetized stuck on the top of my fridge, and now I just put it on the screen. But it just makes the fridge look cleaner and just a lot more organized, and you can swap it out all the time. You can update it and add new photos and add new quotes and add all the fun stuff. So I think it makes it look really personalized and fun. The next thing I love about it is it allows for really helpful and easy food management. So when I add stuff to my fridge, I can add it to the food list and it automatically assigns the expiration date to it, or I can add in a custom expiration date. I can get notifications and reminders, or I can just go to the food list and it will actually show me recipes that go with the food that I have and offer up suggestions of things I should make for dinner, which is so helpful. There's a ton of different apps that are connected to it, like All Recipes. Spotify is connected. You can call an Uber from your fridge. I don't know when in the world I'll ever need to do that, but in the event that I need to, I can, which is really cool. I can check the weather. I have trivia. I can order Grubhub. Let's say I don't want to cook. There's a Grubhub app on the fridge. It's like a giant phone. Also, the meal planner app will recommend if we have any dietary restrictions, you can enter those in, and it just offers some really healthy recipes. It kind of assists along the way of meal prepping and just making that whole process easier and actually kind of fun. And lastly, there is an amazing connectivity with different Samsung devices and other devices. Like I can actually connect my Ring device, the little doorbell thingy, to my fridge, and I can see the camera view on my fridge screen. So if someone's at the door and I'm busy in the kitchen, I can just look over my shoulder and see it here rather than having to go all the way to the front door. But it just connects with a bunch of different apps, which is so helpful and really maximizes the usability of the fridge and makes it work for you. But I'm gonna link it below. You guys can learn all about this fridge. It is so cool. Like, I just wanna hang in here. Anyone else wanna come hang in here with me? Scout? And just so you know, Bigsby, the gal pal, she's over here too. Hey, Bigsby. Can you play my music on Spotify? Ta-da! The fourth thing that I did in here was I swapped out the other detergent normal boxes. They're usually really bright and just like crazy colors. So I recommend, if you guys can, if you have some spare mason jars around, fabric softener beads. It worked out that that's kind of in my color palette, you know? I put some of my other detergents in this little bucket, and then I put the little pods that I use for detergent in another container, and I keep that one on the side of the washer dryer like I showed you earlier. And then I got more creative with these bowls. They will be in the giveaway. All you have to do is go over to Instagram at Sharrah Stevens, follow along and like every picture that I post in that month. So for the July giveaway, you'll just have to like all the pictures I posted in July, which is usually one a day, and make sure you follow. And then I put all my dryer sheets in this guy. Now this is a terracotta potted plant, and this is an extra piece of leg that Tyler made the table out of that he thinks would be cute for me to, I don't know if he thinks I'm gonna be like crushing dryer beads. In the event that I wanna do that, I have a little guy. And then of course, I wanted to get some decorative things on this shelf. I also wanted to hide this eyesore. This I couldn't get rid of, so I wanted to make it go away. So I made sure to put the shelf right underneath of it and then put this guy next to it. And then I have those clear little beaker bud vase type clear guys up there, and our little house print. Who remembers where that house print used to live? It's lived in a lot of places. So really, I just wanted to make, you know, the most of the space. I wanted it to be functional and organized, but I also wanted to try to utilize the products that I use functionally as decor, and I think I did a good job doing that. Number 5, put all your stuff in baskets. I have an addiction for buying baskets, and I can admit it. I have 4 baskets in 50 square feet, okay? 6 actually. 6 baskets in 7, no, just kidding. And 50 square feet, I use a lot of baskets. I have my little folding station here. You know, like in the movies, I'll put my like clean laundry in here and like walk through the house to put it away. I'll probably never do that, but I think it's a cute idea, okay? Up here, obviously it's holding my little greenery. It's a cute little flat back basket. And then down below, I found these really cute, they're kind of like industrial bags. And then they have like kind of a farmhousey stamped look on them, but I kind of like that mix with the Scandinavian vibe I have going on in here. And then above the fridge, here's a good trick. I put extra almond milk and dish towels and dish soap and paper towels and like all the things up there. So if you can find a giant basket like I did, 2 of them, and you kind of mix up what it is, like organize it the way it works for you. Whenever I need something, I get my little step stool, I can step on it, I can either peek into it or I can take the whole basket down. Organize all your stuff in baskets, make it look aesthetically pleasing and beautiful and organized, and you'll be good to go. All right, you guys, that is all I have for you today. I hope that you feel inspired and that you feel motivated to make something really special of a space that's really small in your house. Get up and do it, because your spaces have the power to transform your life. So don't sit there and just watch. Get up and start applying these things, and I hope that you feel encouraged to do that. Thank you to Samsung for sponsoring today's video, and if you guys want to check out any of those appliances, I will link them below. I will see you guys next week. I'm glad that you guys were here to watch. Give this video a thumbs up. If you have not subscribed, hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to follow on Instagram, because we have giveaways and you guys get some really cool decor goodies that you're gonna want. So, see you there.